Challenges. Waterbury's youth are faced with some of the toughest challenges in a generation. From peer pressure, to poverty, to abuse, to educational competition on an uneven playing ground. The pressure of growing up in today's world is threatening to derail the future of our children. The number of at-risk youth are growing, and the time to act is now. Welcome to Waterbury Youth Service System, where we are changing lives every day in our own backyard. Through programs that link academics to life, reduce violence, teach entrepreneurial skills, prepare children for school, protect abused and neglected children, and more. Waterbury Youth Service System is creating opportunities for our youth to succeed by offering programming for both children and adults and treating the family as a whole. Waterbury Youth Service System is currently helping 4,000 children, youth, and families head toward a brighter future.
One of the most important things that we do at Waterbury Youth Service is become involved with youth at a very critical time in their lives. Middle school and high school are challenging years for everyone, and especially for kids who have other challenges in their lives, economic, social, academic. There are so many things that challenge our youth, and particularly the youth that we serve. David is a really good example of a youth who's really come a long way since the time that he arrived at Waterbury Youth Services. He came to us in 8th grade, at the end of his 8th grade year, through the Summer Youth Employment Program. David took a back seat, was kind of a shy person, as he was in school, and through that program he began to interact with a different circle of friends here at the agency. Once that program was completed and the school year began, he became involved with some other programs here, including the Students Against Destructive Decisions program, or SAD. And he began to really emerge as a leader. It was something really wonderful that we had seen, and something, one of our goals is to develop the potential in every youth. And that was really David's potential, to be a leader. He will now, he's certainly applying to college. In his high school senior year, he intends to try to become the president of the Key Club at his school. And he is not the shy person that he was when he came here. He's confident, he's done well academically, socially, and in all areas that we hope to make an impact.
My name is Mike Crane. I run the entrepreneurial program at Waterbury Youth Services. Our program, we have about 12 youngsters involved. We teach them job skills, life skills. We pretty much get them to the point where we check their homework, we get them some tutoring in, we stay on top of them. We're trying to get them ready for life. My latest guy to join me, I'm just going to call him Robert. Robert joined me, he was struggling, just had a baby, in school, things weren't going well. Got the call, and Kelly naturally took the kid in. And we started on him, we explained to him how, hey, you might be poor, but you're not helpless, my friend, so we're going to get you going here. So I made him a team leader. The smile started to come around. And the next thing you know, here he is working with the kids. He's a leader. He's doing well now. He's picked up his art career, and he's got a little thing going on the side. Our goal here is to try and get them to understand that they're missing out on the American dream if they don't turn around and get involved with this whole movement of education and everything that goes with it. They have to have an education to succeed.
We've been doing the safe home called Rainbow House for the last 10 years. The concept is that these children, ages 3 to 12, and it's just changed recently, but it was 3 to 12, if they are alleged abused and neglected, they will be removed from their homes and placed in a safe home. I got a call from my staff a couple of years ago to say, be prepared when you come up to the house to pick the kids up. We just got a new intake. It's a little girl, 3 years old. And when they opened the door, they were holding on to a little, beautiful little child that her eyes were both black and blue, and with the biggest smile on her face that it just brought me to my knees. And that makes me work stronger. That makes our agency stronger, to say that no child should have to go through what they go through. There was a young girl that was in a middle school here in Waterbury, and she was on the swim team, and their banquet was coming up. And she had said, I don't have a dress to wear to the banquet. And I said, well, not a problem. And so I said, we'll go shopping. We walked into the mall, and the first dress she saw, she tried on, she liked, and she said, this is perfect. And I said, well, this is one of my favorite kids in the whole world, because, we're not going to be here forever. So we went up, and we were at the register, and there was a coupon on the counter, and it said, sign up here, win $500 worth of free clothes. So she looked at me and she said, can I fill this out? And I said, oh, absolutely. So she puts her name down. And when it came to an address, she looked at me and she said, what do I put? She didn't have an address. She didn't have a home. And again, it's why? So, you know, I said, well, why don't you put the agency's address, and if you win, then, you know, we'll certainly get it to you. Those are some of the stories that we deal with. People say often, you know, how do you deal with this? How do you continue to look at some of these kids on what they go through? There's been huge success cases. I mean, there's been kids that have come to us that have gone into wonderful families that have been absolutely, you know, loving to them, and the kids are excelling. We have kids that are in college now and doing real well.
Antoina came to Waterbury Youth Services when she was 12. When she first got here, she came as part of our juvenile redirection program. She was missing a lot of school. She had been getting into some trouble at school. The program helped her see how important it was to stay in school. If you were going to be successful, your academics were going to be a key piece of that. From there, Antoina went into our Workforce Investment Act program, where she learned job readiness skills. She learned how to write resumes, how to look for work. She also, again, focused on her academics and graduating from high school. During that time, Antoina also, while she was in high school, joined the Allied Health program, where she decided her skills were such that she really wanted to help others. And she became a CNA. We're very proud of her. She graduated from high school, had her CNA's license, and right now Antoina works full-time as a CNA. She's had several different jobs in the field and has done really well. One of the key things for Antoina is she knows, even though she's graduated from our program, that she knows she has somebody here at all times who's going to be a sounding board, shoulder to cry on, just somebody to help her.
I go out and speak on the agency as a whole, and I'm always asking people, please come down and see what we do. Please come down and see where your money is going. It's nice to write a check, but when you come down and you see where it really goes, and the support that you've done and the success that our kids have, I think that makes it all worthwhile.
Waterbury Youth Service System. Educating, inspiring, empowering.